Hello, welcome to my channel. As you know, I started with a story time of searching for my calling. I'll pick up from where I stopped. How will I call it? The first one was Sunday, just gone. So, and I said every Tuesday you have an upload on my channel. So from where I stopped last, I said I started changing the lyrics of songs, secular songs, into Christian lyrics, especially with Bob Marley, that I like so much of Bob Marley music. Not the whole of his music, but some of his tracks. I started changing them to Christian lyrics, and then I stayed in the Fellowship of Christian Students for a number of, I'm not sure now, I can't remember very well, but I think I spent probably a year plus there. But not so long then, people started liking the songs and that I present, and it got to a stage where some of the leaders came and said, oh, it's not right for people to be asking for favorites. They don't want favorites within the fellowship, they don't want favorites within the choir, they don't want people requesting for favorites, because the songs are lively, were really lively, that kind of thing. And basically I was told to stop that I should stop it. It's not right, which I'm grateful for, because they did not actually castigate me right there and then, immediately as soon as I started writing this or changing the lyrics. They did not castigate me, which was nice. Well, I can't say for anybody else, but if you've experienced that kind of thing, just take it in good heart and know that they want the best for you. Basically, they might have come out wrongly, or they might have spoken to you harshly, but just take it in good faith and work on it. But I think I stayed in the Fellowship of Christian Students for some time. I can't remember whether it's 2-3 years. I can't remember the exact time, so don't ask me. But I changed church, basically. I changed to Love Church. The church that I joined at that point in time, were encouraged to write songs, to write praise and worship songs, because they didn't have a choir. They had a band. It's a small band. We had a keyboardist, we had a drummer. In fact, I think at that point in time when I joined them, I don't even think we had a drummer. I think we just had a keyboardist, and we had that keyboard that you could pick up tunes of drums and guitar and things like that on the keyboard. I think at that point in time we only had a keyboardist. We didn't have any, probably a bass guitarist and a rhythm guitarist. I'm not sure. I can't remember at that point. So, but when I joined, that was the basic instrumentalist that we have and the basic instruments that were in the church. And then we're maybe about 6 of us or 4 of us. Then some people were good in praise and worship, some were not, some were good in ushering, and it was a small church, just started, it wasn't too long. So I joined them, and there I was able to grow. I was able to really grow, because I was encouraged to write songs that were related to praise and that were praise and worship songs. That's one. And then secondly, even though I changed the lyrics of some of the songs of Bob Marley, they still wanted to hear some of it. They heard some of it. And they thought, okay, I think we presented a couple, not too many of them, but for special number on Sunday, during service. And then after then, we started writing songs. And at that point in time, I couldn't write songs just like that. Songs were not flowing just like that to me, like it used to when I was not a believer. But not too long staying in the church, fellowshipping in the church, I think about within the 6 months or to a year, I would literally sit down, listening to the sermon, and songs would just come into my head. It could be just one word, that the pastor mentioned when he was preaching, and the song would just flow into my head. Sometimes the songs came as a full song where I have to start looking for something to write them on a piece of paper, or sometimes they were just choruses, and then I'll still write them on a piece of paper. Well, I discovered not too long after then, after writing them on piece of paper, I have piece of paper here, piece of paper there, piece of paper. So I went to go and get myself an exercise book. You know, I got myself an exercise book, and then I used to take that along with, you know, I used to take that along with me to church, because I'll write whatever sermon that I listened to, whatever God spoke to my heart, whatever jumped at me from that preaching, I'll put it in that book. And then if I had a song, if I had a song that came to me during the preaching, during the service, then I started writing it in that book. So that was how I came to making sure that everywhere I go, even up to now, I still hold on to a notebook every time, everywhere I go, if I have a song, you know. But now it's easier, because then you didn't have a phone, you didn't have anything. We had tape recorder, you know, and old tapes. So many a times when the service finishes, I will tell the keyboardist, can you just hold on a little bit for me? I got a song while, you know, the preaching was going on. Can, you know, let's just play it. I will sing it to you to see how it sounds, and then you can see whether you can pick it up for me and play it. So if I didn't have that opportunity, the next thing I used to do was keep singing and singing and singing and singing that song in my head, in my mouth, to make sure till I get to the campus it doesn't go out of my head, you know, that kind of thing. Or sometimes I was blessed in the sense that they might have an old tape to give to me that is not a sermon tape, so that I can record the song, and then, you know, I'll, you know, make sure I don't forget it. Or sometimes right there and then, if I have the opportunity and everybody was not going back to the campus in a hurry, I get everyone together and say, look, this is the song I got, you know, let's, you know, do it together. And not just myself, but other people as well. So that was where I started writing songs bit by bit. Sometimes it was just 4 lines, sometimes it was more than 4 lines, sometimes it was a full song. And then secondly, I noticed that when I go to sleep, you know, in my dreams, I will, you know, just be singing in my dream, and then when I wake up, I put the words of the songs, of the song, or the songs. Sometimes I get more than one song, or sometimes, you know, whatever song it is, whether one, whether two, I'll just write the song down, write the date, write the time, you know, that kind of thing. So I want to use this opportunity to also encourage someone else that is just starting, that, you know, as someone that you are still trying to find your feet, trying to search for whatever God has called you, especially in the area of praise and worship, especially in the area of serving in praise and worship. I want you to remember that you just need to, how will I call it? Take things as things come. Write the songs down. If it's just words, write them down. If you are someone that is a musician and you don't have words, and all you have is some rhythm that comes to your head, and you can play the instrument, and you're playing your keyboard or your guitar, try and record it, especially in this day and age where we have something much better. Because in my days, we didn't used to have I didn't have a phone to record anything on. I didn't have a tape recorder of my own to carry around to do that kind of thing. So, you know, I had to make do with what I had at that point in time, and also try and remember the songs, the rhythm of the songs. And then I've written down the words, but now the challenge was trying to remember some of the rhythms of the words that I've written down. It was quite a challenge, especially in the days where you didn't have phones that we have now. So please do be encouraged. If you have such gift, it's a gift from God, nothing else. Okay, I can't say it's anything else. So it's talent, from talent to having a gift that God can use and work with. It's very important. Let God work with what you have already, and He's the one that put the talent there anyway, and He has a reason why He put the talent there. So just make sure you start writing the words of that the songs down, or that song down. Or if you are a musician, as an instrumentalist, record whatever it is that God puts on your heart, or whatever you play, keep recording it. Sometimes someone that has words will come match the music, and sometimes God can also give you the talent or increase your in Christian area to be able to write the words to it. And sometimes it's just someone else that will come and write the words to it, or maybe it's just going to be an instrumental album. Thank you. I'll see you next week.